Hey everybody, Namo here. Today's going to be a little bit of a weird day for filming for the vlog. It's now been 3 weeks since we've had rain. The last little bit of rain we had you saw on the vlog last week. It really wasn't much. It wasn't even enough for the grass to grow. I can't mow. I mean, I can, but I'm not gonna, because you wouldn't really be able to tell much of a difference. Because as you can see, nothing has grown. There is a ton of these flower spikes from the broadleaf plantains that plague my yard. I mean, you can just see them. They're bad. But that's the only thing that needs to be cut. The grass itself has not grown. All we really have are the flower spikes, which the bees and the dragonflies and the butterflies and everything, they are absolutely loving them. So why cut them down? I mean, you can kind of see in the video that it kind of looks a little rough with them, but other than that, from a distance, you can't tell that I did anything. It still looks like I mowed. So no mowing today. The other reason why it's a little bit of a weird day for doing the vlog is we have a church event for the kids, a pizza party at like 1. So I'll be taking the kids to do that. So there's going to be maybe 2 hours that I'm not going to be able to film anything. Redoing the front of the deck and doing the rain barrels kind of took my big major projects off my list. And because there is no rain, there's not really much else I can do. I've got nothing to plant. I can spray the weeds that are down around the fences, because all that stuff that I sprayed before, it's overgrown again. I bought a gardening hoe that is dull, incredibly dull. I tried to use it, it wouldn't do anything, so I need to sharpen it, which I have the tools for that, thanks to my Instagram stuff, my Instagram projects. But I might just be doing tool maintenance today. I've got a bottle of radiator stop leak coming in because I've got a leak in my car's radiator, so might be doing that. My car's also misfiring, so I need new plugs, wires, and coils. But at the moment, I have no money. I don't have the money to pay for that, or pay for those parts. So there might be another vlog where I've ordered those parts, and I'm going to be just doing that in the car. Because, I mean, it's routine maintenance. You can change the oil in your car yourself. You can change the spark plugs. You can change the wires. You can change the coils. There's a lot of stuff you can do on your car that just the parts, they're not that bad. But taking it somewhere, you're going to be charged the parts and then either 2 to 3 times that amount for the labor. So altogether, I think when we priced it, it was maybe a little bit above $100 for the spark plugs and the coils. So shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, eventually we'll have to do that. So like I said, it's a bit of a weird day. We also, here in Frankfort, the major highway is US 127, which stretches from like Pennsylvania to Alabama. I don't remember. It's all the way from the top of northeastern, all the way from the top of northeastern United States to the bottom. It might be Florida that it runs into. But they're having a yard sale. It's a 127 yard sale. It runs the whole length of the highway. So I might take the kids there. I don't have any money, don't have any cash, but we always like going there and looking. So I might do that and catch some video of stuff that's there, stuff that interests me. So I might do that. I don't know. I've got to figure some stuff out, and we'll try and get a vlog for you. Try and get something done for you. So keep watching, and we'll update you later. So I got this the other day. This little chuck goes into your drill, and you can put grinding stones and other wheels for an angle grinder on it. It'll let you use it with your drill. This way I didn't have to buy a angle grinder. But this is my garden hoe, and as you can see, it's really, really dull. So I want to grind on this side, because what I want to do when I'm using when I'm using the garden hoe, I drag. Most people will just smack at it, which that'll end up breaking your your handle, your neck. It's not really good for your hoe. So what you do is you make sure you've got a sharp edge on it, and you just drag it across the ground. Sharp enough edges will cut everything that needs to cut. You don't have to worry about disturbing the soil. I mean, you'll flatten it out a little bit, but that way you don't have to worry about digging everything up and breaking your hoe. So I just need to create an edge on this. Okay, now from here, we've got this two-sided coarse and thin, or coarse and smooth grinding stone. Now it's not as sharp as I want it to be, but I don't also want to miss and end up hitting my leg and causing bad injury. Alright, so it's still not sharp enough, so we go back to it. few swipes on the backside to remove any burrs. Let's try it out again. Much better. All right. So now should be able to take care of those gardens down there. But of course, to keep from ruining the irrigation we got to pull that up before we do any of this. So that's what we're gonna do. So far I've pulled up all the irrigation that I'd set down here beside the fence. It was stuck in pretty good because of all the crabgrass. So pulled that up. I've taken my hoe and I've gone about 6 to 12 inches around each one of the plants down here under the willow tree. You can see the hostas, some of them. That one was really hard to find, and that one was really hard to find. And I had a Solomon seal here that I was trying to dig around, but ended up cutting the roots or cutting the top of it with. The Solomon seal, like I put a bunch here and a lot there and a lot here. And that's the only one that left any green above ground. Their roots are pretty hardy. They grow by rhizomes, so they'll probably be spreading underneath the ground as we speak, and they'll come up looking great next year. So, like I said, I've got 6 to 12 inches cut around each plant with the hoe. That way I can come in here with the Roundup and spray and not really have any worries about spraying the plant itself. I do need to do along this fence line, but as you can see, a lot of the things, because they've already flowered, have already died off. So you gotta be kind of selective, because it's gonna be kind of an issue now, because it seems everything that's completely died, like the one I just showed you, is all down here on this half of the fence. Up there on that half, everything looks fine. Everything's green and still flowering and everything. So I think there might be an issue with water retention here or something. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what it looks like in the spring, but so far that is what I have done. So I got about halfway down the fence line before I realized I'm still in pretty good clothes. I haven't changed into any of my old work clothes, work around the house clothes, stuff like that. Haven't done that. I'm sweating, drenched in sweat. I kept wiping my face with my shirt, and I realized we've got that pizza party thing at 1, and I'm sweating. I'm kind of gross right now, so I need to stop. I'm going to run that sharpening stone over my hoe, because every single time you use a piece of equipment that has a blade on it, that has an edge on it, you're really supposed to run a few passes with something that sharpens it before you store it. That way you don't have to sharpen it before you use it, because people like me get forgetful and put it away without sharpening it, pull it out without sharpening it, and work twice as hard because it's dull. So I'm going to get to sharpening that a little bit before we leave. I'm going to put I got the radiator stop leak. I'm going to put that in the car because it says to let it idle for about 10 to 15 minutes. It's going to take us about 10 to 15 minutes to drive to the pizza place. So I'm just going to put that in, let it run for a few minutes, and then we're going to get in and leave. And I hope this thing seals that up, because I'm going through a gallon of coolant every paycheck. So every 2 weeks I'm having to buy a new gallon of coolant About every week I have to put in a half gallon. So it's at the point where I need to refill it anyway. So I'll put the stop leak in, refill it up, turn it on, let it run, and then head to the pizza party. So again, like I said, I hope that stops it, because every paycheck I have the money to buy a new gallon of coolant. But if I could have a stop leak, I could take that little bit of money for a gallon and save it back, and then eventually just replace the radiator. So I'd rather do that. So let's put a temporary band-aid on it. Hope it stops it, so that I can save up the money to fix it. So that's the plan. So I'm gonna sharpen this up, and then we'll see you in a bit for putting stuff in the radiator. Yeah, I forgot to record the putting the radiator leak or the radiator stop in the car, but we just finished at the little pizza party. Now we're at this church that has just acres beside it that they've leased out to a bunch of people for a 127 yard sale. So we're going to go peruse and see what they got, because I've got no money to buy anything. So we're home now. So I took some pictures of some of the tables. Well, not just all tables. Like, so my wife cross-stitching, sewing, all this stuff. So I found these sewing machines that I took pictures of, sent to her, that I thought she might take a liking to. And then we went to like three different places. Apparently the yard sale is this weekend, but they've been set up all week since last weekend. So they've been heavily picked through. To say there wasn't much there is an understatement, because all the good stuff's probably already gone. What we got to see was the leftovers. There was a ton of like glassware that used to be popular for yard sales in like the 90s, but like nobody wants anymore. There's just not a market for that, for what I've seen. And it's like, it was everywhere, like all the tables, all it was that. We found a few tables that had some toys on it, some still in packs, some still on card, but they're not anything that I really know anything about, so I can't tell you much about them. There was a table that was nothing but Hot Wheels on cards, and that was pretty cool. We looked through that. They were like, I think it was saying like $3 for 5 or something like that. I can't remember, but it wasn't a bad price. Of course, like I said, we went there with no cash. My daughter got really interested in this table that was nothing but like porcelain, ornamental painted salt and pepper shakers. Like, she was glued to it and kept tugging on my arm, being like, "Daddy, look at all these cows. Look at these," just pointing all these things out. And she was very interested in it. She seemed like she would like to start collecting those. Perfectly fine by me, but I don't know where she's gonna put them if we even started that or started helping her with that. So, but they got tired. It's all outside. There's no shade. It's really hot today, so they got tired. They got worn out. They got hot, and it just got to a point where they wanted to come home. So here we are. I've done everything that I've wanted to do today. So all I've got left to say to you is thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.